Magandang araw mga ka-SOAR! Ngayong araw ay makakasama natin ang mga math teachers ng Hulo Integrated School para i-discuss ang Week 2 ng ating module. Ngunit bago ang lahat ay bigyan muna natin ng pagpupugay ang mga tao sa likod ng programang ito. Sa ating officer in charge, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romela M. Cruz, to our Chief Education Supervisors, Ma'am Emma A. Rubio and Dr. Aline G. Mendoza, and to our EPS in Mathematics, Sir Restituto Rodelas. I also want to acknowledge the presence of our very supportive principal, Dr. Nympha A. Matabang, sa mga kapwa ko guro, sa aming mga mahal na mag-aaral at mga magulang. Alam kong excited na kayo. So now, let me introduce our presenter for today. She's a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Math at Rizal Technological University, currently taking up her Master of Education at National Teachers College, a very dependable grade-level chairperson, LIS coordinator, registrar. Let us welcome our not-so-busy grade 9 teacher, Ma'am Cassandra Jaya P. Ortega.
Thank you, Mrs. Oliveros, for that kind introduction. Good day, everyone. My name is Mrs. Cassandra J. P. Ortega. You can call me Mom Cass, and I will be your learning partner for the second quarter, Week 2 module.
Our lesson for today is variations. We have different kinds of variations: the direct, inverse, joint, and combined variations. Before we proceed, let us first have a short review. In this review, we will going to change the mathematical statements into mathematical equations to unveil our mystery word. Our only clue is we need it when going out during this pandemic. Let us now answer number 1. For number 1, P varies inversely as M. Which among the 4 letters is the mathematical equation of number 1? Yes, you're correct. It is letter A. P is equals to K over M. Let us now proceed to number 2. P varies jointly as M and N. Which among the 3 letters is the mathematical equation of number 2? Tama! The answer is S. P is equals to K times M times N, or P equals K MN. Let us now go to number 3. Kayang-kaya nyo pala to eh. P varies directly as M. So, sino po siya sa dalawang natitirang letter? Tama! It's letter K. P is equal to KM. And lastly, feeling ko alam nyo na ang sagot kahit hindi natin siya tignan, pero sagutan pa rin natin. P varies directly as M and N, and inversely as N. So ano kaya ang sagot natin? Tama, it's letter M. P is equals to KM over N. So ano yung kailangan natin kapag lalabas during this pandemic? Very good, mask. Don't forget to wear your mask when you are going outside, especially during this pandemic, to protect ourselves. Since alam nyo na kung paano mag-change ng mathematical statements into mathematical equation, let us now have our objective for today. For today's objective, we only have one, and that is to solve problems involving variations. So how do we solve problems involving variations? To solve problems involving variations, here are the steps we need to follow. First, we need to read the problem carefully. In order for us to find the answer, we must understand what is being said. After that, we have to represent the unknown, identify the given, and what is asked. This will help us to unveil what equation should we use in solving the answer. since we already know the given, we can now able to create the equation that models the situation or the statement in the problem. This will give us a sense of direction towards our goal. After that, we will now substitute the first pair of values in the equation to find the value of k or the constant. After finding the constant, the last step is substitute the remaining values and the value of k to find the final answer. Since we already know the step, I think we are now ready for problem number 1. Let us now read our problem number 1. An online mathematics tutor charges 1,245 for 3-hour tutorial service to a grade 9 student named Amerigo. If the tutor renders 7 hours in a week, how much will his student pay in 1 week? So, after reading, just like in our steps, the next thing that we need to do is we have to find the given. So, let us now find the given in this problem. We have 1,245 and that is the tutorial charge or the money being the payment for the tutorial, and we also have the number of hours of the tutorial. So, meron tayong dalawang variable dito. Una, yung payment. Pangalawa, yung time. So, gumawa muna tayo ng variable that we can use in this problem. So, para sa payment, ang gusto kong gamitin ay letter P. So, let P be the student's payment for the tutorial. Gamitin naman natin ang letter N para naman sa number of hours rendered. So, since meron na tayo mga letter for the given, i-substitute na natin yung mga magkakapartner. So, kapag naka 3 hours daw tayo, 3 hours, ang ibabayad daw ay 1,245. So, ang piece of 1 natin is yung 1,245 at ang atin naman number of hours ay 3 hours. So, sila yung magka-partner. The next one naman daw is if the tutorial renders 7 hours in a week, how much will his student pay in 1 week? If sa loob daw ng isang linggo, meron daw kayong natapos na 7 hours na session, magkano daw ang babayaran ng estudyante? So, sino po ngayon ang nawawala? Very good. The payment. So, ang nawawala natin ay si payment. At ang given naman natin ay si 7 hours. That's why, yung number of hours natin na number 2 ay 7. At yung piece of 2 naman natin is the missing one, which is what is asked. After that, we can now proceed in creating the equation. So, let us analyze the problem. Kapag ba lumaki ang oras, lalaki rin ba ang bayad? Yes, tama. Since ganun, alin kayang variations yung merong ganong relationship? Tama. Ano nga ang variation yon? Direct variation. Since direct variation ang tinutukoy ng problem number 1 natin, ano kaya ang dapat mathematical statement natin dito? Very good! Ang mathematical statement dapat natin dito ay P is equals to Kn. So, meron na tayong equation, meron na tayong given. Ang susunod na step natin is to substitute the first pair. Sino ba yung first pair natin? Si P sub 1 at saka si N sub 1. So, i-substitute na natin. Let us have our solution. We use the equation P is equals to Kn. P is equal to 1,245 pesos equal K, which is what we have to find. And then N is 3. Next, we multiply 3 and K, and that is 3K. So, we have to isolate K. Paano natin ma-isolate si K? Kailangan natin i-divide both sides by, very good, number 3. So since we divided both sides by 3, ano na mangyayari ngayon kay 3 dito? It will be cancelled out and then we have to divide 1,245 to 3. What is the answer? Very good. The answer is K is equal to 415. So that is our constant for problem number 1. Since we already know our constant, let us now proceed in substituting the remaining value, which is n sub 2, and using the constant. Let us have our equation. P equals Kn. K will be 415 and n will be 7. Next, as we have to multiply the two numbers. 415 times 7, the answer is, very good. The answer is 2,905 pesos. In solving worded problem, you have to always remember to write the final answer. So for problem number 1, our final answer is, the student will pay 2,905 pesos in 1 week. There you have it, our answer for problem number 1. It's easy, right? Are you excited for problem number 2? Let us now proceed. Let us now read problem number 2. Jungkook drives a car 4 hours at 50 kilometers per hour, going to SM South Mall. How long will it take him on the same destination if he drives 60 kilometers per hour? So what is the first step that we need to do? Very good. That is to read the problem carefully. You can read the problem as many times as you want, as long as you understand the problem. After that, we need to find now the given and what is asked. So in this example or in this problem, what are the two variables present? We have 4 hours and 50 kilometers per hour. 4 hours is the time because of the word hours. And how about 50 kilometers per hour? Saan nyo ba itong naririnig? Very good, sa science. So anong variable kaya to? Tama, it is speed. So for this one, we will going to use T for the number of hours and R for the speed. So alin ba dito yung unang pair ng mga values natin? Siyempre, si 4 hours at saka si 50 km per hour. So our T sub 1 will be 4 hours and then our R sub 1 will be 50 kilometers per hour. Sabi sa problem, how long will it take him on the same destination if he drives 60 kilometers per hour? So ano ang nawawala? Tama, ang nawawala ay yung time. That's why our T sub 2 is missing. And our R sub 2 is 60 kilometers per hour. Since we already know the given, let us now proceed in creating an equation. Let us analyze the problem. Time and speed. Kapag ang speed pa ay tumaas or mas pumilis pa ang biyahe natin, mas mahaba bang oras ang gugugulin natin? Mas mahaba? Hindi. Ito ay magiging mas maiksi. So, anong relationship ngayon na meron si speed at si time? They are opposite. Alin kaya sa mga variation yung as the other variable increases, the other one decreases? Very good. Inverse variation. So, ano kaya ang ating mathematical equation for this problem? Our mathematical equation is R equals K over T. So, let us now use our equation in solving for the constant. To find the constant, we are going to use the equation R equals K over T and the first pair of values, which is R sub 1 and T sub 1. R will be 50 and T will be 4. So, ang gagawin na natin dito is, we have to eliminate 4. Ma'am, paano natin gagawin yon? Para magawa natin yon, we have to multiply both sides by what number? Very good. Number 4. So since we are going to multiply both sides by number 4, pwede na natin i-cancel ngayon si 4 para wala na tayong denominator. So i-multiply lang natin 50 times 4. The answer will be K equals 200. Since alam na natin ang constant, pwede na nating hanapin ang final answer. So gagamitin pa rin natin ang equation R equals K over T, but this time, we're going to use the remaining values, which is R sub 2 and the K that we have found. So R will be 60 and K will be 200. So in order for us to solve this, we have to eliminate T in our denominator. Paano natin gagawin yon? Kagaya lang din ng ginawa natin kanina. We have to multiply both sides by what number or variable this time? Very good. Letter T. So multiply natin both sides by letter T. 60 times T is 60T. And then, we can eliminate the T na sa denominator. So, the answer will be 60T is equal to 200. After this, ano kailangan na natin gawin? We have to isolate T. Paano natin ma-isolate si T? We have to divide both sides by what number? Very good! Number 60. So, let us divide both sides by 60. So, since i-divide natin siya both sides, 60 now will be eliminated. And then, our answer will be T equals 10 over 3 or 3.33 hours. Ma'am, paano naging 10 over 3? Ni-lowest term lang natin yung 200 over 60. Kaya naging 10 over 3. And then, kapag dinivide natin si 10 over 3 at ginawa natin siyang decimal form, the answer is 3.33 hours. So, yan na ba ang sagot natin? Hindi pa. Kasi ano bang sabi sa inyo ni ma'am? Huwag kakalimutan isulat ang very good final answer. So, our final answer for problem number 2 is Jungkook will be in SM South Mall in 3.33 hours if he drives 60 kilometers per hour. Ayan na, gumagaling na tayo. Dalawang problems na lang ang meron tayo. Proceed na tayo sa problem number 3. Problem number 3. The volume of wood in a tree varies jointly as the height and the square of the girth. The volume of not a tree is 104 meters cubed when the height is 13 meters and the girth is 2.5 meters. What is the volume of the banana tree if its height is 12 meters and its girth is 2.4 meters? So ano ang una ulit nating dapat gawin? Very good! Basahing mabuti. After that, hanapin na natin ang given at kung ano ang hinahanap. So, ilang variable ba ang present dito? Very good! Tatlo. So, sino-sino kaya yung tatlong yun? Una ay si volume. Pangalawa ay si height. And the next one is the girth. So, let us use different letters for the three variables. I will use V for volume, H for height, and G for the girth. Since tatlo yan, so sila ang magkakapartner. So, sino kaya yung first na magkakapartner natin sa problem na ito? Very good! Si 104, si 13, at saka si 2.5. So, si V sub 1 natin si 104, si H sub 1 natin si 13, and si G sub 1 naman natin ay si 2.5. Hanapin naman natin yung pangalawang magkakapartner. Ito ay sina 12 meters at si 2.4. Sino ngayon ang nawawala? Very good! Si volume. That's why our V sub 2 is the missing one. While H sub 2 is 12 meters and the girth is 2.4 meters. So, since alam na natin ang given, pwede na nating alamin ang equation. Eto madali na lang sa inyo kasi andyan na yung clue mismo sa problem. Ano kayang klaseng variation yung meron tayo sa problem na ito? Direct ba? Hindi. Ano po? Very good. Joint. Bakit naging joint? Because of the word jointly na nasa problem natin. That's why, ano kayang dapat nating equation for this problem? Very good. V is equals to K times H times G squared. So, since we already know the equation, let us now proceed in finding the constant. Using the equation V equals K times H times G squared, let us now find the constant. We will now substitute the triad values, which are 104 for V, 13 for H, and 2.5 for G. The first thing that we need to do is we have to square 2.5. So 2.5 times 2.5, what is the answer? Very good. The answer is 6.25. After that, we have to multiply 13 times 6.25 and K. What will be the answer? That's correct. The answer will be 81.25 K. Just like what we did to the other examples, we have to eliminate 81.25 to isolate K. What should we do to do that, to have that? Very good. We have to divide both sides by what number? That's correct. We have to divide both sides by 81.25. So, we will cancel 81.25 and divide 104 by 81.25. What will be the answer? The answer will be K equals 1.28. And that will be our constant for problem number 3. Using the values of the constant, we can now find the missing variable. Let us now have our equation V equals K times H times G squared. We will now substitute the remaining values. K will be 1.28, our H will be 12, our G will be 2.4. The next thing that we need to do is we have to square it 2.4. 2.4 times 2.4, what is the answer? Very good. The answer is 5.76. Now, to find the final answer, we just have to multiply the three numbers. 1.28 times 12 times 5.76. What is the product? Very good. Our product will be 88.47. Is this our final answer? No. Ma'am, bakit no? Tama naman po yan. Remember, when we are talking about volume, it has a unit. So, para maging tama ang sagot natin, we have to give the unit of the volume. So, what should be the unit of our volume? Very good. It should be meter cube. So, our final answer is V equals 88.47 meters cube. So, ano pang hinihintay natin? Ibigay na natin ang final answer. So, the final answer for problem number 3 is the volume of the wood in a Nara tree is 88.47 meters cube if its height is 12 meters and its girth is 2.4 meters. Galing! Tapos na din natin ang problem number 3. Last problem na lang. And then, master na natin ang pag-solve ng variations. So tara na, let us go to problem number 4. For problem number 4, we have the number of minutes needed to solve an exercise set on variation problems varies directly as the number of problems and inversely as the number of students working to solve the problems. If 4 students solve 16 problems in 32 minutes, how many minutes will it take 8 students to solve 24 problems. So, ano ulit yung una natin gagawin? Tama, magbasa. After nun, ibigay na natin ang given. So, dito sa given natin, ilang variables kaya meron tayo? Very good. 3 ulit. So, ano-ano kaya yung mga variables na yon? Una is the number of minutes. Ano yung pangalawa? Very good. The number of problems. And yung pangatlo is the number of students working to solve the problems. So, bigyan na natin ng mga kanya-kanyang variable. Si N is for the number of minutes, si P is for the number of problems, and S for the numbers of students working to solve the problems. So, hanapin na natin ang ating first triad. So, ang first triad natin dito is if 4 students solve 16 problems in 32 minutes, how many minutes will it take 8 students to solve 24 problems? Alin kaya yung first triad natin? Siyempre, si 4, si 16, at saka si 32. So, among the three, si 32 ang number of minutes natin. That's why siya si N sub 1. Si 16 naman ang number of problems natin. That's why siya si P sub 1. And si 4 naman ang ating number of students. That's why siya si S sub 1. Hanapin naman natin yung second triad. Ang second triad natin is how many minutes will it take 8 students to solve 24 problems. So, sino ang hinahanap? Very good. Number of minutes. That's why si N sub 2 natin is missing. While si P sub 2 ay magiging 24 at si S sub 2 naman ay magiging 8. Since kumpleto na ang given natin, pwede na tayong maghanap or bumuo ng equation. So, ano kaya ang magiging equation natin for this problem? Siyempre, kailangan natin ibase sa problem mismo. Sabi sa problem, the number of minutes needed to solve an exercise set on variation problem varies directly as the number of problems and inversely as the number of students working to solve the problem. So, what do you think is the mathematical equation? Very good! The mathematical equation for this problem is N equals KP over S. Pwede na tayong mag-proceed ngayon sa paghahanap ng constant. Let us now proceed in finding the constant using N equals KP over S and the first triad of values. N will be 32 and K will be K, P will be 16, S will be 4. So, the next thing that we need to do here is we have to do cancellation for us to have an easy solution. Pwede naman kasi natin i-cancel si 16 and si 4. Paano natin siya maka-cancel? Pwede nating parehong i-divide si 16 at si 4 ng number 4. So, gawin nga natin yun. 4 divided by 4, the answer is 1. And 16 divided by 4, the answer is 4. So, bali, ang natira na lang, 32 equals K times 4. So, what is K times 4? The answer is, very good, 4K. Now, anong kailangan nating gawin para ang K na lang ang matira? Kagaya ng mga ibang example natin, ang kailangan lang nating gawin ay i-divide both sides by number 4. So, gawin nga natin yun. So, divided by both sides, ito ay may eliminate na. And then, 32 divided by 4, what is the answer? Very good! The answer is 8. That's why our constant is 8. Ngayon naman, hanapin na natin ang final answer gamit pa rin ang equation n equals kp over s at ang nakuha nating constant. Gamitin na rin natin ang mga remaining values. Si P ay magiging si 24, si S magiging si 8, at si K ay yung nakuha nating constant which is 8. Anong napansin nyo dito? Very good! Pwede tayong mag-cancel out. Sinong number yung pwede nating i-cancel out? Tama! Si number 8. So, we cancel number 8. Anong nangyari? Sino na lang ang natira? Tama! Ang natira na lang ay si 24. That's why our answer will be n equals 24. So, since we have the final answer, we can now write it in a sentence form. The answer for problem number 4 is 8 students can solve 24 problems in 24 minutes. O di ba? Naka 4 problems kaagad tayo. At napakadali lang kapag ginagamit natin ang mga steps na pang-answer sa mga word problems about variation. So para tapusin natin to, ulitin nga natin yung mga steps na kailangan natin in solving variations. Una, we have to read the problem carefully. Pangalawa, we have to represent the unknown, identify the given, and what is asked. Third, write an equation that models the situation or the statement. Fourth, substitute the given pair of values in the equation in step 3 and find the value of k or constant. And lastly, substitute the value of k and the remaining value into the equation in step number 3 to answer the problem's question. O di ba? 5 step lang na solve na lahat ng problem natin. So next time, kapag magsasolve na tayo ng problems involving variations, huwag nang matatakot kasi we have 5 easy steps to follow. So, to end my discussion, thank you everyone. Please like and subscribe Project SOAR and see you again for the next series of online academic learnings. Bye! This is your Mom Cass signing off. Thank you very much.